Good day. We have learned the story of how Elijah got scared of Jezebel's message and he ran. It says he ran for his life. In this time, we are entertaining many negative messages, especially clips and TV news, and we get influenced by negative messages, bad messages that penetrate our vulnerability, and we begin to run for our life, looking for a visa to some country. We had no plan, but we looked to go to some country which will be better than Sri Lanka. What happened to Elijah was, when he started running for his life, taking his life in his hands, he lost sight of God. He forgot all what God had done, that God could still be his protector even in the time when Jezebel is threatening. He gave power, almost omnipotence to Jezebel's threat. So when we hear bad news will have power to the extent we give power. When people do bad things to us, our reaction determines the extent of damage we undergo to someone's action. It's the amount of power we give that person's word, we give that person's ingratitude, that affects our life. If we can let it pass, knowing that God can handle this bad news, through all things God works for good, Romans 8:28, to them that love him and are called according to his purposes. When Elijah entertained Jezebel's threat as all-powerful, the all-powerful God who had been looking after him all this time went out of his life. This is the danger of entertaining bad news. Bad news begins to control your decision, your life, and you are on the run. From one bad news to the next bad news, you are on the run. The bad news you receive becomes an addiction, you are on the run. And more you run, more you get away from God, may you get far from God. Not only from God, Elijah left his trusted servant also at Beersheba and went one day long journey into the wilderness with no body. And then he said, I am ready to die. And he lost all strength. A man who stood up in public against so many of Jezebel's gods and prophets, just the voice made him forget God's omnipresence, God's omnipotence, and he gave all power to the bad news. Don't give all power to bad news, because you will run. You will run away from God, and you will run away from God's provision. Then you have to look after your life all the time. So when you make decisions to leave the country in haste, take care that you are not on the run. God bless you, God keep you.